Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I was going to be showing you my tank Mastermind build. This build, I've been jumping around trying a bunch of different types of builds. This is the one that I feel like it was working the best because you don't require a whole lot of like defensive things, and at the same time like the nature set is what makes it really strong, because basically you can give yourself the permanent overshield similar to what my bio brute is like. So let's get into it. So this is a beast nature. I went with beast because they are melee mobs and they don't have any hard times trying to, like, you know, stick together. For the most part, they're gonna be standing together all the time when you, especially when you focus fire, when you're having your pets going in and attacking a single target, they're all gonna stand together in a group. And whenever you call them back, they're gonna be like in a group with you. So this is the main reason why I went with beast, because when I was trying thugs, I have my thugs radiation. The thugs, they tend to, like, you know, the main pet, he likes to go melee, and then everybody else likes to do ranged. So sometimes they're just like all over the place, and it's a mess trying to like figure out how to get them together. So I went with beast for this reason. That way you can go fully melee. You could probably even do this with the ninjas. So if you want to go with the ninja guys, then you can do that too. Nature, what's really strong about nature is that you have this power, the wild bastion, or bastion, which is basically the overshield. So if I pop it right now, you'll see exactly what it does. So it gives you the overshield to all your pets as well as yourself. So this is tremendous because you can be able to get away with a lot of stuff. I was able to increase their defense a good amount. So let me go through some of the powers here. I didn't pick a travel power, so I'm just going with ninja run and sprint. So that's my main travel power. I went with combat jump just to have a little leverage when I'm in the mission, and it does give you a little bit more defense. So as far as defenses go for my actual character is not much. I'm only getting 13% with combat jump, stealth, and maneuvers going on. At the same time, like, the main reason I wanted to go with all this defense was for my pets. That's the main focus, is to get the pets up. So when we look at the pets defenses, let's use the dire wolf as an example. So view their attributes. So right now they're at 26%. So this is with maneuvers, lion's roar, which the lioness are constantly doing that all the time. And then we have a base defense of 5%. So pretty much, then when you hit this here, fortified pack, which this is another strong reason to pick beast as your main set, because you can get a good 11% ish. So let me pop it right now. So fortified pack, actually 8%. That's still a lot though. That's still a lot of defense. So on top of maneuvers, you got fortified pack, and then there's also enhancement sets. So I have these sets of the expedient reinforcement. I think I pronounced it right. And then I'm using superior mark of supremacy 6 times. So I have all 6 of them because these are uniques. So you can only put 2 of each. So I put 2 of each on each of the wolves, on each of the pets, and then I'm using superior command of 4 for the recharge. This is the main focus of this whole build, is recharge. I didn't really care about defense. The only thing I have defense on is overgrowth with this Gazin synchronized thing. It's not really necessary, but I thought I might as well pick up a little bit of my defenses. This is only for my personal defenses though. It doesn't do anything to the pets. So by your pets, if you go with sets like this, you see how this one is an aura that gives all your henchmen 5% to defense. And then there's also resistance ones if you want to play around with that. So as far as defenses go with them, let's just pop all the buffs. So fortified pack gives them defense, and then you have this one here, wild growth. It gives them resistance, and then when you hit the wild bastion, that's the extra overshield. So they're already not going to be taking much damage, because, and then on top of that, I ended up getting Grant and Viz. So if you want some extra defense, you could even do that too. So I'll give it to the dire wolf. There we go. We're up to 39% to range, melee, and AoE. So that's pretty freaking high. All right, and then these the medium, the lioness pets, they'll constantly keep buffing. You see how they keep doing that lion's roar thing? So they keep giving the 6%. Sometimes it stacks. So it'll even go over that, and it'll go to like 45% sometimes. As far as resistances, you can see right here 66% to smashing and lethal. You got fire of 36. Everything else, you see it kind of, for the most part, everything's 36 for the elements. And then you have 66% for smashing, lethal, and cold. So that's some heavy ass resistance. They don't really take too much damage when they actually get hit. So that's a really good thing. Because on top of the defenses, so whenever they do manage to get hit, they won't get hit by much. So this just makes it so much better. But you do need to keep the Wild Bastion power. You need to keep that running all the time, because they will end up getting killed if you don't watch them. So the whole objective is to keep everything up all the time, which everything is pretty much permanent. Hasten is permanent. We have Fortified Pack permanent. All the buffs are pretty much permanent except for Wild Bastion. So that one is down for about a good 15 seconds ish. So that's something you really have to watch out, because that 15 seconds can mean the world to, you know, you and your survival. Also, on top of that, a good thing about nature is that you have the spore cloud, which is, this is the -2 hit. So that's, in a sense, extra defense, because if you put the -2 hit on the mobs, they're given even extra chance of them not hitting you or your pets. So that's major big deal. So you got that too. And the debuff is actually really nice also on corrosive enzymes, so you can debuff their resistance. So that's really good. But overall, man, this is definitely an awesome set. So let's just take a look at the enhancements so you guys can see exactly what I did. So expedient, reinforcement, and then we have the superior marks on each pet. I do have Call Hawk and I have Fire Blast as my attacks for myself. I just didn't want to be bored, so I decided to just like have a couple of attacks to just throw at mobs. It's up to you what you want to pick. If you want to pick Fireball, you can go ahead with that. But the main reason why I went with Heat Mastery was for Bonfire, because Bonfire is like the best crowd control you're ever gonna get as a Mastermind. Like, it's so freaking ridiculous. So you throw the Bonfire and they're just constantly just tripping all the time. That's especially if you pick up the Overwhelming Force knockback to knockdown enhancement. You put that on there and they're just gonna be tripping their asses off over and over and over. I ended up just taking the res as just an extra power. I didn't want to slot anything else. My slots were really tight, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't picking up a power I needed slots with. So that's why I just went with that. It's whatever. It's a whatever power, so you can do whatever you want. Grant Invis and Stealth, the main reason why I picked that was for the Luck of the Gamblers, Recharge. Combat Jump, same thing. I picked it for the Recharge. And then you also have Fortified Pack you could throw the Recharge on too. So it's really nice. And then we have multiple sets of the Panacea. So we got 3 of those. I'm running only 4 on Spore Cloud just for the Dark Watchers, because you only need 4 for the Recharge. And then we have full set of Preventive Medicine. That's always an awesome set to have regardless of what character you're playing. That extra overshield it's a lifesaver. And that's pretty much it. Gazin synchronized for this. You can do whatever you want with this. If you don't want to do the Gazins, you can pick something else, but that's what I went with because I just felt like, why not have extra defense? And then we got Entropic Chaos. I went with the chance to heal on each of these. So every time you do your attack, you're gonna have a chance to heal yourself, and that works really well. So if you want that extra little healing, especially since you don't have to be spamming your heal, the heal is really awesome on the nature set, so you can always just hit that if you want some extra healing. But sometimes I get lazy and I don't want to do that, and I just want to attack. So that's the main reason why I built it the way I did, was because I got tired of playing Masterminds and like constantly babysitting, which you're still gonna have those moments every once in a while. But then again, I mean, you are playing a Mastermind, you know that there is certain ways to play this. Let me show you real quick what my actual commands are, in case you guys are interested in that. I have 3 things that I always use. I'm always constantly in defensive mode. So I have basically attack. So I have petcom_all attack. So this is just a regular attack. And then I spaced it and put defensive. What this does is that every time you send your pet to attack, they're going to kill that mob. And when they're done killing that mob, they'll basically come back to you unless they're taking damage. So this is something that you have to watch out with, because sometimes your pets can not take damage because they got so much defense, and then they'll end up just coming back to you, but you know you want them to keep attacking. So the best thing to do is to always send your pets in first into the mob. That way they can take all the damage, you know, they can get pissed off because all the mobs are attacking them first. That way when they're done with that target, they'll continue to, you know, go freestyle. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I have defensive follow. So that's my second ability. So defensive and then space follow. This makes it so that when you hit that, they'll just come straight back to you after, regardless of what's happening. They'll go straight into defensive mode so that they can protect you. I put passive. I leave passive in there just in case shit hits the fan and I need them to come back to me. I do that. But for the most part, my follow button on defensive works perfect. And then I have my go-to, which is go-to space defensive. So that way when I send them around, I will always be in defensive mode. So I could send them over there, hide them behind a wall, whatever. They'll always be ready to fight whenever I take damage. But yeah, anyway, that's the build. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. And I'll see you on the next one. Later, guys.